are live. Hello, hello, everyone. I thought Sylvia was waiting. Doesn't look like Margie's back. There she is. The queen is back. The queen is back. Yes. Hey, Margie, how you doing? Yes, please like, subscribe, join, and have some fun. We are a fun-loving group. Happy Paper People likes to have fun, and we love to welcome new people in to just have fun. Tarsus waiting. That's awesome, Cletus. Oh, so yes, if you're watching on the replay or if you're new here today, please do like, subscribe, join, and join us in the Facebook group, Happy Paper People. We just like to have fun, and we love new friends. So, we're pretty all-inclusive. So it's a safe place to post your things, to get some help, to help others, to share, to learn, to grow, all the stuff. We just have fun with it. So tonight, we are just having a laugh and craft. Everybody's working on whatever they want to work on. And when we feel like we've got a good group of people in here, we will announce our February challenge, which is more affectionately referred to as Margie's challenge, because Margie, Filuk Feline Family, aka Fifi, aka Margie, is the one who has issued this challenge to us. And Margie, you put out you were a little bit teasing today with
yes, she was
with a hint. You were a little teasing there with a hint. Is that the TARDIS for seniors? That's funny. That's funny. No, she was teasing with time travel? She was saying, are you ready for some time travel?
Hence the TARDIS.
Yeah, and she wouldn't even tell you if it was time travel forward or backward, would she?
No.
Nope.
How mean? How mean?
Time travel forward. I don't want to think about that.
Well,
it's happening every minute, whether you want it or not.
Oh, man. So, Deanne, what are you working on tonight? Everybody's going to want to know.
I'm just making a little book, little junk journal note card out of a note card and some whatever I have handy.
Cool.
Right now, my whole thing is in turmoil.
Her studio is upside down, and she's making good progress in getting it organized.
Yep.
So that's awesome. I'm trying to get this. Oh, there it is. I buried the cord, and I was thinking might like a little bit of this additional light right here. That works. Glennis, what are you working on tonight?
I am trying to make my first ever tunnel books. I've got my holes cut in my pages, and this one, I ripped out the holes. And now I'm just inking them, and then I'm going to put on the hinges and decorate them.
Is that a book that you did that too, like a little golden book, or?
No, these are little it's off my 6x6 paper pads.
Oh,
I have sheets that I don't use don't use at all. So I just grabbed a couple from my 6x6, and
what a great idea!
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Test them all.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I love tunnel books. I have a plan for one. It's just like about third on the list right now. Carrie, what are you working on?
I have a desk full of scraps, and I'm trying to make snippets. A whole long snippet runner.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. That you could just cut sections off of? So I love those. I love those. Those are fun. And I am organizing. I've been sorting. I've been sitting here waiting to go live, sorting stickers and things and ephemera and things, all the little things flying around here. I am going to try to get them organized So I got a sheet of stickers. So do you cut this into sections and stick it in here with the other numbers? Oh, you know what? Yeah, because they're not all numbers. So I do need to cut them apart so they can go where they need to go. I'm going to put all numbers and letters together in one container because that makes sense to me.
Yep.
So a pinch, a dash, a peck, a smidge, itty bitty. That doesn't really need to go with letters and numbers.
That would go with cooking or household in my house.
That could go with words. Okay, so there we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, yes, I'm going to get this all organized. And sitting here wondering how am I going to organize these things, and then realized, oh, I got those white trays specifically for that and never got them completed. So I just went and grabbed them and I'm going to get started on it. And then I look at what you guys are doing. And I'm like, oh, that sounds fun. I want to do that. Well, you kind of need to get organized first. And I figure it's something I could do sitting down. So I'm resting. I won't get in trouble with anybody.
So I'm going to put that there.
Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, I just wanted to try something new today since I've never made one of these. So
well, that's cool.
I watched a whole bunch of videos and
wow,
see what I can do.
Did you notice that people do them multiple different ways?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I liked best was Treasure Book, Natasha's. I like the way she did hers, so that's
right.
Following the way she did it.
Hi, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Sarah, everybody okay?
Oh, this is other Sarah.
That's other Sarah.
SPS Cozy Sarah.
I didn't look down at my
thing. No, that's totally okay. So I remember when I first heard about title books, and I went and looked for videos and all the different ways people were doing, and I'm like, oh, now you just have to look at it and decide, figure out what way you want to try.
Which way?
Well, that's why I have the one that I cut out, and then I have another one that I all ripped out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cozy, sarcastic Sarah. Yeah. That's a good way to put it, Sarah, because the other Sarah is not very sarcastic.
No.
It's a good sense of humor, but not sarcastic. So, okay, this needs to fit in here. Come on. So when you finish this, you could try a different way of tunnel book, and if you think there's more than one way that you might like. And if not, then you've got a way that works for you.
Well, main thing I was concentrating on different ways of binding, and I think the way that with the hinges is the way I liked best.
Okay,
so I'm going to do it the hinges way.
Hinges. So
I've got little hinges here that I'll hinge the each page on.
Oh, so each page will get hinged. Okay.
Yeah, that was the way I liked best of all of them.
Okay. I don't know that I've seen that one, so that's why I was kind of asking about the hinges. So each page is hinged on with like a paper hinge or
a paper hinge, and then the last paper hinge you put on the outside as a cover over the hinges.
Okay. So it helps to protect them.
Yeah, there was all sorts of ways of putting them together, but that was that part I liked.
And doing it that way, you can do the hole in each page before you bind them. Some people take the book and do the hole in the book, just an old book altogether.
Yep.
So if you have a pack of stickers here, and this came as a pack, so inside it's got some labels, it's got some flowers, some greenery, some owls, some birds, a whole variety of stuff. Would you put that in a container like this all together, or would you separate it to the birds go with the birds and the flowers go with the flowers?
How would you
I
look for
separate
those?
Mhm.
So I would separate it because I keep all that stuff separated.
And what did you say, DM?
I said I would separate them and put them in with the thing, but if it's one that isn't broken down yet, I usually keep them together until I
Until
break
you
them down, and then
Mhm.
I put them in where they go.
Then
So
separate them.
yeah,
Carrie, what did you say?
I said, how would you look for those?
I knew that.
Now, if you want to look for things that complement each other, you might want to leave them all together. Or when you're organizing things, it's how you would
Yes.
grab for it.
Yes. Hi, Sylvia. Don't put the birds and bees together. They might get up to mischief, Margie says. That's
Very
awesome. That's awesome, Margie. Sylvia, scripting the title to her journal winter cover. It's a journal that will take her through February and into March. Wow. That's awesome. The winter journal. Yeah.
the winter journal.
Winter journal.
Winter.
Winter.
Get your New Englander in there.
Winter. I am not good at that one. That is a very specific accent.
Yep.
Is that like the Boston?
Yeah. Winter.
The Park the Car?
Yep.
That's about all I can say is Park the Car.
Pack the car and have it yard.
Park the car and have it yard. I am self-admitted horrible at accents. So oh, look at these teeny tiny labels. They're not labels, they're teeny tiny tickets. Admit one. How cute. I don't want him to get buried. Okay, so this is ticket shape. It's also label shape, but it doesn't have any ticket thing on. It's just, no, never mind. That goes somewhere else. Oh, the hardest part is just getting things sorted into where they should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some things are so easy, and other things are like, no. Journal winter. Don't let's see. She says journal winter. I have my winter journal. Journal winter is second. All right, Sylvia, that needs a little more explanation.
Yeah.
You have a winter journal, and now this one is journal winter. So is it journal about winter? Or what makes journal winter different from winter journal? Curious minds want to know now.
Really?
Let's see. Greenery, flowers.
That's not happening. Those are my little cutter that I used the other day. I moved it after I used it.
It's still winter. It is. Okay. So it's a journal you use in the winter. Well, okay. Sylvia, you know I'm a little slow. Just, think about my brain. Winter journal winter. I really do want to understand the difference. I've learned so much from Sylvia about the different ways that she journals.
Maybe one is about journals and one is one is about winter and one is done in the winter.
Winter journal got started in December. It will always be winter. Okay, I want spring. February is still winter with Valentine's. Yes. Okay, I follow that. Oh, and I just dropped a bunch of these. I follow that. So winter journal would be December, January, February.
And March. Oh, well.
Depends on where you live, I suppose.
Yep. In like a lion, out like a lamb.
Right. So journal winter will allow me to use hearts, Valentine's and take me into green for March. Okay. Okay. I love how you do each holiday. I used to, and I just have such a hard time anymore finding the energy to do every holiday. I used to. Kind of makes me sad that I don't anymore. Maybe I will again.
Yeah, the only one I do is Christmas.
Yeah.
I have so much fun making them, but I don't do any other holidays.
Your journals have rules? Yikes. Margie. Yeah, I have some little teeny tiny Christmas trees, or they're just little pine trees, and they sit in one of those burlap sacks. They're probably only 18 inches tall, maybe 16 inches tall. They're just small.
Yeah.
And I always had one sitting inside the front door. We always had a big entry, and so had a side table there. And I always had one sitting there, and I would decorate it every month for whatever the month.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I still have the trees, and I still have the decorations, because all the decorations only took up a little tiny box. Oh, thank you, honey.
I think Sylvia does something like that on something on her porch.
Oh, really? So when you came in the house, it would have, different decorations each month for January, February, March, whatever.
Yep.
Whatever the either holiday or season. So I even had one when there was no other holiday with it, but it was baseball month, like spring training.
Oh yeah.
Because spring training in Arizona is a big deal, and we had lots of spring training facilities were really near us, and we went to spring training games all the time. So
I like doing the seasons. I do a lot of fall, winter, and spring.
Writers there certainly are. I write and research and write some more. Keep my brain infused like a tea bag. Yes, lots of water. Lots of water, lots of fodder. Hello, matter. That's where Margie's going. Hello, fodder. Let's see, where did the other one go? I don't want to be banging these around. A little noisy. Where did I just set the other one?
I think I need a new blade on this wondrous thing.
On a paper trimmer?
Yeah.
Doug just brought me popcorn.
Aww.
He made popcorn for his movie and brought me some. That was nice. Like y'all want to hear me chomp on popcorn.
It makes me. I might want to open mine though too. That sounds good.
Yep.
I just did that the wrong way.
Aw. Hate when that happens.
That's okay. I'll just make it small.
It's only paper.
Yep.
So don't know where the happy paper people are tonight.
All the pages don't have to be the same size.
Well, that's true. In fact, they're more interesting when they're not.
Exactly.
So, well, it's 18 after. So if somebody's watching on the replay, waiting to hear about the challenge, what do you say we go ahead and give it to them, Margie? A crunch and munch. Oh, crunch and munch popcorn and peanuts. I love that stuff. That's dangerous, though. It's addictive.
Good stuff.
So yummy. Crunch and munch. Oh, man. Yeah, that's good stuff. Are we ready to spill the beans, Margie? Let's do it.
Yes.
She
Say
said.
yes.
Yes, she said
Awesome.
yes. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to drag it out, Margie. I don't know any other way. Okay, so Margie's challenge is for the month of February. And if you're here tonight or listening tonight, you actually get a jump on it because tomorrow's only the 31st. So you get a whole extra day.
Woohoo.
Awesome.
I know that you could actually do the whole project in a day. If that's all you did,
Really?
I suppose. Yeah. I mean, you could. I can't. I'm not that fast. But okay, so Margie gave a hint about time travel. Any guesses? And last time I also told you, because you guys were all saying when you talked about grunge, Margie would say something about the challenge and, you know, get ready. And so you said it probably
Victorian
grunge. Probably has something to do with grunge. And now she's talking time travel. So say that again.
Victorian grunge.
Oh, that's a good guess.
It makes me think of Western.
Western, like cowboys and Indians Western.
Yeah, John Wayne and all that.
Okay.
That's what I think of when I think of grunge and time travel.
Oh, that's actually.
I'm going to go the other way.
Okay.
Steampunk grunge in the future.
Well, I'm going to go the opposite way, Margie, and I'm going to say no grunge.
No grunge.
Oh.
They all said grunge and plus some time travel time. I'm going to say no grunge. 3 for grunge, 1 for no grunge. Which is it, Margie? Is it grunge or no grunge? Margie's out there raising her hand. I know.
I think it's probably going to be no grunge because she's said that.
Yeah.
Times.
Margie doesn't like grunge.
Like grunge. So which is it, Margie? Is it grunge or no grunge?
No grunge.
No grunge.
No grunge.
Okay.
I was looking forward to grunge.
Okay, no grunge.
Well, you do a lot of grunge, Glynis.
Well, yeah, because it's
because we like it.
Does that mean no tea dye? I mean, tea dye and coffee dye.
Yep.
No inking, no brown.
Yep. Margie's challenge is no grunge of any kind. No inking of any color. No inking up the edges or, you know, anything that we do to ink it, distress it, age it, whatever, enhance it with ink. No inking at all. No brown. No coffee dyed papers, no tea dyed papers, no craft colored papers. Margie wants us to go back about 20 plus years before Timmy hit the scene with his grunge. And everybody jumped on that. And it seems like to her that everything has been focused on grunge since then. So she wants to go back to the non-grungy days where people made beautiful scrapbooks and beautiful cards. And nobody grunged anything up.
Okay, no grunge.
That's the time travel before Timmy existed in the craft world.
Is this
Oh,
the anti-Timmy?
Sorry, Timmy. Before Timmy, not after. So we're not saying die, you know, just before. Okay, so the challenge is to make a journal. There's actually really hi, Gretchen. There's a lot of latitude. There's actually going to be a lot of latitude on this. There are very few rules. You're like, yeah, but the rules. Gretchen says, I forget to ink anyway. Good. Okay, so let's go over the basics. The challenge is to make a journal in the month of February. Okay. The journal can be any size you want. So there's no stipulation like there's been in the past. It had to be a certain size, certain number of signatures or whatever. It just needs to be a legitimate journal, you know, not just 3 pieces of paper together and throw up one pocket in the front and call it a journal. I mean, make a real journal. So a real legitimate journal, and the base all needs to be white or cream.
Ooh, okay.
It can't be any color other than white or cream.
Hang on a second. What she's saying? Hi, Sarah. Margie, you'd said that the base pages need to be white or cream. Can they use, and we know that they can decorate with all the colors. Can they use any other colors as the base pages? Or white or cream for the base pages and then decorate in any color? You clarify. So no coffee dyed paper, no tea dyed paper, no anything dyed paper, because even if it's dyed in a different color, it's grunge.
Can it be vintage paper, like an old?
No.
Okay.
No paper that's vintage and grungy, even by nature, just because it's so old. I have some new paper, but it's intended to look old and grungy, so I can't use that. Needs to be, let's see. Okay, so white or cream as the base pages, but then you can decorate using other colors. So nothing old or old looking. So if you wanted to use lace, you could use white lace or pink lace or red lace or black lace, but you can't use coffee dyed lace or tea dyed lace or, brown lace that's supposed to look old. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
So I forgot to bring my notes with me, and so I'm just trying to make sure that I got everything, because it's really very simple. There's a lot of latitude on this one. Make a journal in February, the base white or cream, the light color, and no grunge, no brown, no inking, no anything that's supposed to look distressed or look old or look vintage. Just everything nice and crisp and clean and new looking.
Okay. Clean new.
Good time to use up all the pretty flowers and things like that don't necessarily go with the grunge.
Okay.
Margie, did I miss any rules? I'm trying. I should have grabbed my notes. I'm trying to go through my head and think, did I miss something? I don't think so. I mean, she really kept it very simple with lots of latitude. Well, lots of latitude within that no grunge.
No grunge.
Throw the distress away for this.
So even we can't distress in yellow or orange or anything?
You cannot distress in any color, because the distressing is a part of making it look a little aged or worn, or so no distressing with a fingernail file along the edges, because now you're making it look antique or aged or worn.
But we can stamp and use stenciling.
Go ahead.
Stamp and stencil.
Margie,
Yeah.
I think I know I think we talked about this, but stamps and stencils, let's see, you cannot use stencils because you'd be using ink to go into the stencils. But Margie, stamps, if they want to stamp images on there. If I remember right, you can stamp images, but you can't stamp images that make it look vintage or old. Like, don't be stamping the, I can't think of anything. The old antique.
Flowers and butterflies we can stamp?
Yeah, flowers and butterflies are fine. Yeah, like the old corsets and the,
like
stuff
Victorian stuff.
Yeah, the old Victorian stuff.
So we can't do a steampunk journal.
So no steampunk, because that's grungy and vintage. Will the outline suggestions be posted to HPP? Yes, I will do that right after the live. Use the pretty butterflies and flowers and lace that she didn't let us use last time. Remember last time it was make a journal, here's the size, and you cannot use butterflies, flowers, or lace. Now she's saying use the butterflies, use the flowers, use the lace, use all those things, and don't use any ink, anything brown. So even though you have a whiter cream base, don't start decorating it with brown and old looking things. Steampunk is out, she says. They can
Glennis, you can put in what was the color of the lace book you just did? Oh, but they have vintage ladies.
Yeah, no vintage ladies because they are antique. Well,
yeah,
and
I can put. I've done lace books with roses and birds and stuff before.
Yes, she has. Mine has those.
So I am definitely thinking of doing a lace book.
That would be cool. Yeah, just be careful about having an old antique look if there's, coffee dyed lace and stuff like that. Margie, she wants to see lots of spring colors, lots of pretty colors. Margie, they can stamp an image, like they could stamp a flower or stamp a butterfly. Maybe I want to color it in or watercolor, right? Just let me clarify, Gretchen. Okay, so Gretchen, let me go back to your question about the base. The base would be the cover and the signatures. Mostly we're talking about the signatures in the book. So the base of the pages will need to be, okay, so I couldn't use this piece of sari silk that's sitting here on my desk because this sari silk has been coffee dyed and it looks vintage. If I have some other sari silk and it's all frayed and it looks vintage, I can't use that. It's because it's bringing the vintage look in, and that's against the intent.
So you can't do boho either, really.
Boho, that depends, because you can take that really vintage, but boho can also be bright colors.
Oh, yeah.
So you could do a boho bright colors as long as it's not
Gotcha.
Inked in, so yes.
You could do a black and white journal.
She wants color.
Oh.
He wants color. Okay. Anything that we would do in a vintage book, like we like to tear paper instead of cut it. No tearing. No tearing of the paper. You need to cut it, clean lines. I should be writing these things down so I can get it right when I post it in the group, Margie. Okay, other colors besides dark, Gretchen. So you want to use light pages, and you can take some pretty paper and cover the cover. The cover doesn't have to be white or cream. It could have a white or cream base, and then you could cover that with some pretty spring flowers or whatever scene. And the pages inside need to be white or cream base, but then you can decorate them with whatever pretty colors you want. So if you want to use all the spring flower colors, Easter colors, summer colors, you can use dark colors as long as they don't start to make it look vintage or kind of trying to, slide that in that they look vintage. So don't tear papers because that makes it look old. Don't edge them with ink or fingernail files. So no distressing. Just think plain white and a nice, bright, pretty, some paper that maybe you haven't been using in the 6x6s or even your larger paper that you haven't been using because it doesn't fit in with all the vintage you've been using. Now it's time to use it. No beans, just cool. You may use beans if you want, as long as they're not vintage beans.
No book pages.
No book pages.
Oh.
No, yes, because that's too, it's too hard to say you can use that book page, but not that one, because this one looks old. It's yellowed on the edge. It's from an old book.
Even if I did a cat journal and put pictures of cats from like National Geographic.
That's different. She's talking about like text book pages that we tear out.
Okay.
Like this.
Gotcha.
Yes. No book pages like that. I'm going to write these all down so I make sure.
But we could use pictures and pretty flowers and things like that.
Out of magazines, out of National Geographic. Cut them out of your cardstock or your other scrapbook paper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. There was no book pages, no tearing, no inking, any color, no brown.
Sounds like multiple colors would be preferred.
Yes. So this sounds like a lot of things, no, but it's really just defining. Just flip the switch and go to the opposite, to all the bright, happy spring colors, all the clean lines that everybody did before.
Clean.
Yeah, clean lines that everybody did before Timmy came along and taught us distress. 90s. Yeah, remember scrapbooks and scrapbooks? No. Didn't you guys?
No,
start
never
doing that at that time? I tried, Sylvia. I wasn't very good at it till I met junk journals because they're less precise. Okay, let's see. No book pages, no tearing, no inking any color, no color. Let's see. No brown.
Basic.
No, tea dyed. Coffee dyed. We want signature pages, white or cream.
Any size?
Any size you want. White or cream. And now you have to think about your lace. If you do a doily book,
Yep.
signature pages that are white or cream base. You don't see a lot of but if it was all white, but then when you put white and cream together, it turns that into a vintage doily book.
But if you did the base as white doilies and then added lace that's all colored, one page could be pink and one
there
page
you go.
could be blue.
You could do
one
that.
page, yeah.
Yes. White doilies is the base and then the color, not the cream.
Yeah.
So in that, you almost have to just say, I won't use any cream at all because that's what makes it start to look vintage. Lose the Timmy influence, Sylvia says, and Margie says, exactly. White or cream. Now everybody's busy thinking. You hear the wheels going? Everybody got quiet. White or cream base. Decorate with color. Let's see.
Who's Jimmy?
Flowers, butterflies, and lace you
Who
want.
said that?
What?
Gretchen. Who's Timmy?
Oh, Tim Holtz, Gretchen. Tim Holtz. We affectionately refer to him as Timmy. Tim Holtz, he has ink, and his whole style is very grunge, industrial, metals, and a lot of us tend to like that. I don't mind this challenge at all because I like this too. Like the books that we do for the weekend workshops, those are all clean. There's no the ones that, if you follow what we're doing on the weekend workshop, those are not vintage or aged or anything like that.
True.
So, there's a lot of things you can do. A lot of things you can do with this. So that's lace. But everybody who was frustrated not being able to use butterflies, flowers, and lace last time, now you can load it up with butterflies, flowers, and lace.
As long as they're not vintage.
Right. Or brown.
Or the ones that look like steampunk, the ones with the gears in them.
Right. Yes. Okay. So here is a decoration I've sitting here that I could not use. It's a piece of canvas, but it's got frayed edges, meant to look old. It's got an old birdcage stamped on it and a bulb pin. It's clear, even though it's new, it's clear that it's intended to look vintage. So no, can't use that. That's out.
Okay.
I think you guys got it. I'll just have to try to include everything when I put the post in. And there might be some questions in the post, and we can check with Margie for clarification if we need to.
Yeah, Tim started the grunge thing.
So Gretchen, yeah, you have a day's jump on it, and you have all month to make a journal, any size, however you would like, that follows those parameters and to meet Margie's challenge. Let's see.
Too bad I've already inked these up.
Right? I was thinking that as you were making the tunnel book, I'm like, I wonder if she's already inked the edges, because
yeah, they're all inked.
Oh, that's too bad. So sorry, Glennis. But it wouldn't have been fair to tell you.
Sure it would have.
No one got hints.
Compensation for people in their 70s.
Nope.
That's half our group, right?
Right.
Gretchen was trying to think if she had white paper, then remembered it was a Creative Memories mom. Oh, I have about 40 albums to prove it and leftover white pages. Nice, Gretchen. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Creative Memories white paper is nice. It's perfect. So Yeah, you've got plenty. And you can make any kind you want. It can be hardcover, soft cover. Oh, I can use dragonflies and butterflies. I can cut the white off around these, but I can't ink the edges. So I think the hardest part is just going to be remembering as we're making the journal not to grab your dauber and start inking something out of habit.
Well,
Yes.
that's even with the last
I'm
one.
gonna have to put mine away.
Yeah, there you
People
go.
accidentally forgot and grabbed a flower or lace or something
Yeah.
else.
Or
It's what
didn't
you
see one
do.
on the paper. Yeah,
Yeah.
so look at the paper that you're choosing. Does the paper have vintage images on it? Can't use it. That happened last time. People didn't look at notice what was printed on their paper.
Especially in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. But you can always put something over it and cover it up so nobody can see it, and it still works. Alrighty. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have enough mushrooms to have their own little tray. And I think butterflies are gonna go in here.
That sounds like fun.
Margie says y'all got plenty of hints. Oh, Margie, we were not very good at giving out hints because they're too quick. They would catch it if we gave out much in hints. They'd get it.
Yeah.
Can't really hint with you guys. It's not that I'm complaining that you're a smart bunch. I actually like it.
I was so looking forward to doing grunge.
You do grunge all the time. This will be a fun challenge.
Yeah.
That's why it's a challenge, right?
Actually, I'm looking forward to it because I do have, as I've been organizing paper, and Sylvia's been organizing her paper the last few days, so it's all fresh on her mind. Sylvia, you probably even think of exactly, what paper you have that's not grungy. As I've been organizing paper, I've been like, oh, this stuff is pretty, and I just never use it because I've been doing grunge or whatever it is, and this stuff never gets used. So perfect time for me to pull some of that out. Let's see. I need one for scraps. That's what I need. I need one for all the little scraps of gel prints where you use them, but yet you don't want to throw it away because it's such a cool thing. Don't want to throw the last little bit away. These scraps actually could go in my scrap bag. So I hope you guys are all getting ready for some batch making this year. I was telling these guys before we went live, I have a whole list of things in my book that we could batch make. I got more things on the list to batch make than I have for Monday Jumpstart ideas. But
we can always do that on a Monday Jumpstart.
Oh, that's true. We could. Yeah, and if we wanted to make it longer, we could do that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to some batch making, and I like batch making as opposed to mass making. Mass making makes me feel like everything's going to be made exactly the same, making a mass of whatever. And batch making, I can prepare a whole bunch of CAD bases or ATC bases or whatever they are, and then just put the last bits on them when I'm going to use them so that they are customized to whatever the project is.
Yeah.
I like doing things in a batch because I like when I'm making a journal. We were talking about like the whole die cutting thing, Carrie. I like when I'm making a journal and I need something for this page and I can look over there and there's some containers that this one has a whole bunch of, envelopes. This one has a whole bunch of pockets and a whole bunch of whatevers, and they're all different. And I can go flip through them and find one that goes with this project and use it without having to stop and make a whole thing, or pull out the die cut machine and, clean off the desk so there's room for it.
Right. And then you're starting with something that's already made, and you just add the finishing touches.
Yep. So that it goes with your journal. Yep. Labels. These aren't going to end up in there. Feel like I need to lay everything out in piles so I know exactly what all the little parts and pieces are. And then I can start putting them together. Like all these things should go together in the same container. All of these things, It's hard when you're trying to put them in containers, but yet you don't know. Because I don't remember all the little things I have. I'm finding things that I forgot I had. So no Timmy people. Right, Margie? No Timmy people, because they're pretty vintage. I cut his arm off for something so it could go around something, and then I never finished that project. And now I don't remember what it was that I cut his arm off for. And I'm sure his arm is hopefully swimming around in this little thing where he was. Hopefully. I know. Poor armless guy. How sad.
The one-armed man.
One-armed little boy.
The one-armed boy.
The one-armed one I love. Right? That's what that made me think.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
It always makes me think of the one-eyed one I love, and I just dropped a whole bunch of nice little labels on the floor.
Oh, no.
Mark was feeding the dogs, and it was getting quite loud, so that's
why
why
I wondered.
I went quiet for a little while because they were
I wondered
extremely excited.
Well, it's good that they're excited to eat. I mean,
Yep.
Let's see. The parts and pieces. Those are made. Now I'm thinking about it, Margie. and I've known because we worked this out, but I still haven't. I don't ever stop and think about what I'm going to make for the challenge. Too many things going on, so I don't think about it until it's time to do it. So now I got to think about what am I going to make for this challenge. No Timmy people. Oh, Margie threw out a lot of obscure hints, but you might not have known they were hints.
Right.
Because they were obscure.
Went right over my head, Margie.
And I don't know if I didn't even hear him. I obviously didn't catch them all. I caught the grunge, and I caught the, what was it today? The time travel?
Time warp.
Time warp. Oh, that would have made me think of what's the time warp?
Yeah.
Maybe she's taking us there.
It's just a jump to the left.
Yes.
Step to the right. Put your hands on your hips. And pull your knees in tight.
Rock and roll? Is it rock and roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the tag that this little armless guy was going to slide in here. I have this slide in his arm. That's what it was. I'm pretty sure. Let me find out. Okay, where's the rest of his arm? Oh, that's what it was right there. Okay. Hold on. Wait. I don't think I want to do that anymore. We were making something out of nothing and turned a tag into a dress for the little boy.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, that's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why I didn't finish it, because it just wasn't jiving with me. Oh, this is kind of pretty. Look at that, Margie. That's a piece of, what is it? It's a piece of plastic. It's kind of like acetate, but it's cloudy. It's frosted. Frosted acetate with butterflies on it. And it's in the shape of tickets. Oh, you can't see that. It's got ticket notches cut out. Well, y'all can make as many. Keep an eye out for Glynis. She will make 3. Gretchen, are you going to accept the challenge? Sylvia, are you going to accept the challenge? In fact, get used to never using grunge.
No,
That's funny, Margie. That's really funny. Not.
I don't do a lot of grunge, but I do a lot of dark things.
A lot of even vintaged and distressed.
Yeah, because I like the vintage paper.
Yeah, grunge per se, but the distressed look and the aged. Yeah. Old.
I like getting down and dirty.
I am not
a little too much on live.
Gretchen, Sylvia, are you going to accept the challenge? DM, are you going to accept the challenge?
Sure.
Awesome. Carrie?
Oh, definitely.
Of course. Glynis?
Oh, yeah.
Your brain's already going.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna accept it too, Margie. I'm gonna try to do something.
I love me a good challenge.
Yes. Yes, I do too. It gives me motivation to get something started and then get something finished.
Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I can get away with.
Yeah.
Can we do like napkin decoupage on the edges of the white paper? What is napkin decoupage considered?
Margie, can they decoupage napkin on? Not if, okay, I'll say this for Margie right up front because I know her intent. If you decoupage napkin on the edge of the page and it makes the page look a little ragged, a little, something other than just a straight cut page, no.
Gotta be clean cuts.
Yes. But if you decoupage napkin on a page to use as a background and it's a pretty butterfly or tree or flower or something, and then there's stuff, yeah, I think that Margie, would that be okay if they just decoupaged, a big flower or something on the middle of the page, not going to the edge, so not causing any
just using the pretty,
just something that's pretty, clean lines, not grunge, not the vintage colors. Yes, if it's pretty. Yes, okay. There you go.
And clean, clean lines.
Zombies are pretty, aren't they?
They are. They're a different kind of pretty.
Zombies? No, definitely not.
Different kind of pretty. To only one person. That's funny. I keep picking stuff up and setting it down. You're thinking now?
Yep.
Brain is going. Round and round and round it goes.
Well, I have so much beautiful paper that would fit this perfectly that I haven't used yet. So
that's awesome.
I'm looking forward to getting that out.
Just a matter of choosing. Oh, okay. No sprays. No, you probably already got this because there's no ink, but no sprays, no gel prints. Okay. Even if the gel prints are bright colors, the gel prints are.
She wants to go old school,
kind of grungy,
school crafting.
all the way. Yeah.
Old school pretty paper.
Is it like no altered paper at all?
No altered paper. So, I mean, you can't, if you put a doily or something down, you're altering it with the coffee. Can't do that. With ink, can't do that. The way you alter the paper is by putting something pretty on it, just decorating it.
Okay.
Yes, use the pretty paper, she said. Not torn. Sylvia, not scared, not intimidated. I obey my queen. No altered anything. So no altered paper clips, Margie. So I love these little things, but they got spray and paint and stuff on them, so I can't use them. Can't use them. Stamps.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Everybody okay? I heard that little.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure it had something to do with a food bowl and Jackson. He must have been let out of his crate earlier.
Oh.
And there must have been food left over.
Ah.
Food aggressive.
He's going to get all the food that's left over. So eat it now if you want it.
Yep.
No altered paper clips. So I better write that down. No altered anything. The only altering is to glue pretty things on your pages if you want to.
So we're not doing a junk journal, we're doing a scrapbook.
Well, I'm not putting any
A
photographs in it.
scrapbook, yeah, a scrapbook would be for photographs, so you don't have to do that.
I'm making a junk journal, but it can have clean lines and all pretty things in
And
it.
pretty things, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, darn. That has a ripped edge.
We know somebody
cut
always
it.
comes up with a
Cut the ripped edge.
yeah, no ripping. Did I write that down? Yeah, no tearing. Somebody always comes up with a question we didn't think of. And Margie is very clear in her mind of what the challenge should be. So those questions will be easy for her to answer in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
This wasn't
Getting all the
supposed
grunge out of my system right now.
Right? What, Glennis?
it wasn't supposed to be a punishment.
No, it's supposed
It's a
to be.
challenge.
It's supposed to be an enjoyable break, a challenge, because you do mostly grunge. So something a little different. Besides, remember how you didn't like to art journal?
And I couldn't
Now
stand punk at one point.
love art journaling.
Yeah.
Mhm. You
I
think
wish
you
the
don't like?
pages didn't have to be white because then I would make them like the color of the rainbow.
Oh, that would be pretty.
What if we have pastel colored paper that we bought it that way?
Margie? I think she was pretty clear that she wanted a white or cream base, but then you could use that paper on top of the white or cream base,
Okay.
and you could make it the colors of the rainbow.
No
No
junk.
junk of any kind, so no,
Okay.
junk
Use
mail.
pastels as decorations.
So use the pastels as decoration. Okay. All right. One for
So
work.
stamps are okay, but not stencils.
Well, yeah, because there's nothing that you could stencil with. No inks, no sprays, no
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We
paint.
need ink. We need
No
inks
paint.
for stamps.
What about acrylic paint for a stencil?
No acrylic paint. You can use ink just to ink up your stamp to get the image on the paper.
Okay.
And because like I'm thinking that I might want to do a big flower and then watercolor it in spring colors.
Yeah.
And so the only ink would be to ink up that stamp and put it down. You could do that. Just don't use vintage photo. use just a plain archival black to get your image.
But we can use cream paper, huh?
White or cream paper. Mm-hmm.
This is cream paper, and
You can't scan white. You could use cream, a cream base.
Okay. This is a cream base.
Okay.
It's really nice paper. I have a lot of it.
Nice.
So I'm going to start folding.
See, those who come tonight get a jump on the challenge. Oh, I left that out there.
I have no idea what I'm going to do for a cover, though.
I need to get the stuff organized so I can use it. That's grungy, but most of this other stuff is good flowers and things that I could use for decorating.
I suppose I can't use a Reader's Digest book for the cover, huh?
That's what I was thinking. And then I guess you can't because they're all old.
Yeah.
Because I have a bunch of Reader's Digests. And I
Use
was
markers or colored pencils to color in stamped images.
Okay, so no watercolor paints. I guess I can kind of see that makes sense because it may not be. You can.
So
make
remember
lines,
remember how they used to in the 80s
but,
stamp with. Some people still do it this way. Put markers on your stamps and stamp with that.
Oh, right.
Is that what you mean?
no, like they would color them in on the stamp and then stamp them down so they're already colored when you
Yeah.
stamp them down.
Yeah.
No, she means like you could stamp it with your black archival and then use
Okay,
colored
and then
pencils
color
or
it.
markers to color it in so you're coloring within the lines and it's nice and neat and organized.
And it's
Gotcha.
colored and it's clean and okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So Margie, are you saying no watercolor?
Well, but I like watercolor.
It's not newfangled, you know.
And I can see how that could be on the line. It could go either way. So
You would have to use bright colors and do
Yes.
logical scenes, not anything.
well, that was my thought. Was I know I have a couple of stamps that are just big flowers that I would stamp the big flower and on the page and then watercolor it to get the bright colors in there. I love bright colored flowers. No watercolor, too easy to mess up. And then you have not clean edges. Yep, and it looks grungy. So okay, I get that. Makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Okay. No paint of any kind.
Okay.
So a lot of paper cutting and
Paper cutting, yep, no tearing. Now you might have to look at some of your embellishments and make new ones that are clean line because ones you have might be all grungy.
Yep.
Let's see. Those are all numbers. Words. Sure. And if you need any of these projects, check out Marianne's store. Oh, you know what? I would like to clearance out the rest of the Stamperia and Minte paper. So
Ooh.
if anybody is interested in that, I will sell those at 40% off. 40% off retail for any paper, which I've got still quite a bit of Stamperia, some Minte. I've still got a bunch of 6x6s of both. I've got some Ciao Bella, but you have to be careful that you don't choose one. I mean, you can still buy it at 40% off, but if it looks vintage or antique, you can't use it. You know, it just, even though it's new paper, it has to be within that.
But we could use it for something else.
Yes, you could. Yeah, so I'm saying I'll still let you buy it at 40% off because I need to clearance it out. Just know that you couldn't use it for this project. So yeah, absolutely.
Offhand, do you know about how much Chowbella you've got? Quite a bit, or just a little bit?
I think I have a pretty fair amount of Chowbella. I know I've got a ton of rice paper of Chowbella, but most of that's probably grungy, which you can still have discount, but just can't use it for this project. Thank you, Margie. She's a helper kitty. Let me see. What else could they use that I have that we can clearance out? All the paper. Oh, I do have some other brands of paper. Can't think of what they are right now, but there are some other brands of paper that I'll any paper, any size, I will do at 40% off to clearance that out. What else? Die cuts.
Oh, die cuts.
Cupcake's yelling at her.
Ooh.
Yeah, die cuts. So I've got I'd have to go down and see exactly what's left. They're all hanging there, but there's not a ton of die cuts. There's almost like one of every one, and some there may be two, but very few there are two. So one of every collection is about all that's left. But yeah, die cuts, I would do those at 40% off too.
Definitely interested in discounted die cuts.
Okay. If you want, even tomorrow, we can go downstairs with you on the phone and I can just read off. As I'm standing there looking at the wall, I can read off what I have.
I have to see stuff to know if I want to buy it or not. So.
Yeah, I can.
So we can do a video with you.
Okay.
What else is new that could be used? No sprays, no pastes, no creams, no.
Creams.
What about glitter?
Oh, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, die cuts are great as long as they're not grungy.
Anyone want a sassy?
Gretchen, it's hppcreate.com. However, and there's still stuff in this. There's a lot of stuff in the store, but I have a lot of stuff that has never made it to the store because I usually bring it to a live sale first to give HPP first option at it, and then whatever's left in the store. So I've got a lot of stuff that's not in the store. No glitter.
Margie, you must let us use Nuvo drops, Flo, please.
Ooh, Nuvo drops.
Oh, they're pretty and they're great with spring and summer. And please,
if they're used in a non-grungy way, if they're used like to accentuate the flower, maybe they're the center of the flower.
Yeah, and on butterfly wings, I love them on
butterfly wings. Okay, the glitter's just on principle.
Oh, because I have a set of boho paper that is very bright, but it's got glitter on it.
What if the glitter is on the paper, Margie? Not adding. Basically, don't add any products at all. No paste, no creams, no glitters, no, all this stuff, that kind of thing. But if it's already on the paper, Nuvo is okay as long as it's not brown or grungy.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't do I forget the term for it, but where you have a stencil and you smooth out that white paste over it and just lift it up and it's just white and clean.
Cannot.
Okay.
Because
yes, Nuvo is okay as they aren't brown or grungy.
Yeah, so if you want to use Nuvo drops, like on your flowers or butterfly wings or fairy wings or something, you can do that. As long as it's not brown or grungy.
Margie's telling me no.
No.
I can't do what I want.
Because typically when you put that paste in there, then you spray it or put some ink on it or something.
I don't. I just leave mine white because I love the stark white look.
I do too.
It's so clean. It's
I
so
don't
clean.
do that all the time, but I do.
Okay.
Gretchen, I will type in the store link, but also maybe we should do a live that's just things that I have that I would clearance out that you could use in Margie's challenge. Back to the 80s, ladies. Let's see.
Feel like I'm in the movie Back to the Future.
Right? Don't know whether I'm going or coming. Am I going back or I'm going to the future? Gretchen, there's the link and you can check it out. But as I said, I know that there's a lot of stuff, and I've got a couple of boxes of new stuff that came in that never got in. There's just a lot of stuff that never made it to the website because I was sick. So
I want to lift this up, see if I can, and see if does that look like what it's supposed to look like.
Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, hold on, let me make you large here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. There's your tunnel book, starting with the largest and going down to the smallest in the tunnel.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's what that is. All right.
That's cool. And I've seen them where some people start with the largest hole and go to the smallest. Other people start with the smallest.
So yeah, I put the largest on the front
and go to the largest. I want to do both to see.
Oh,
I don't know. That was very cool.
If you start with this,
makes more sense if you start with the largest hole, I think.
Yeah, because if you start with the smallest, how are you going to see the largest unless it's a book?
You don't until it is a book.
Oh, okay.
And she's just got her pages together, but she's doing pages for a book. She's going to bind them.
Well, no, I've got that done. I've got the hinge on and all the internal hinges done.
Yeah. So as you turn the page, the hole starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then
Sounds
I can start gluing stuff.
I could check. Let's see. I could check the paper that's on the website. No, I couldn't do that fast enough to go through inventory, make sure that everything is in there, and then give you a code for 40% off.
I am looking for something to make the cover with. That's what I'm having a problem with.
Well, could you use fabric for a cover? Fabric over an envelope?
You could use new fabric, not old or vintage looking.
No, bright new fabric.
And you can't use a junk mail envelope.
But could we use like a
you could cut it out of like chipboard, right, Margie? You could make a hardcover and a chipboard and cover it with something.
Okay.
You could cover it with some bright flowery fabric.
I just had that out in there. I had some bright fabric out. But I need to know that I have the size.
Now all of a sudden, all I see around me are all the grungy things.
That's what happened.
Of course.
I have an idea. Maybe Saturday. All I need to do is I can pull one of each and write down how many I have. And Saturday we could do a clearance sale.
Saturday morning or afternoon?
Probably afternoon or at noon, something like that. Are you going to be going?
Yeah, it's my youngest son's 40th birthday, so we're taking everybody out for dim sum.
Nice. When?
At 11 o'clock.
Okay. When do you think you'd be back?
Between 1 and 2.
Okay. Let me figure that out. Doug is home through Saturday. He leaves Sunday morning. But I know he's got somewhere to go on Saturday. Let me find out what time it is. If I can coordinate it while he's gone, that would be helpful.
Margie, is this grungy? It's a brand new folder.
Do you think, Margie, can that folder be used as the cover? Doesn't look grungy to me.
No, it doesn't look grungy to me either.
Glynis?
Yeah.
Margie says he can turn 40 the next day.
Well, today's his birthday.
Oh!
Yay, Aquarian!
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. Both boys are in January.
paper or cardstock for a cover. Okay,
What
wait,
does she mean?
wait,
Just
Margie.
paper?
I said, can they use chipboard to cover it with the paper to make a hard cover? And are you saying no? You want either paper or cardstock for the cover, not a chipboard, not a hardcover? And she said that file folder is okay.
Okay.
Because for me, just paper or just cardstock for a cover
For me, that's
is
kind of
too flimsy.
So, okay, so what that tells me then is I'll need to use a heavy cardstock and I'll need to back it and glue it together to make it thicker.
Actually, I think I might do that. I might double this one up.
So she might be saying it's okay to use a chipboard and cover it.
Yeah.
I don't know, because she
Or
said it's okay. But
I'm not sure, because then when I said no chipboard, just the paper or cardstock, she said right. So she'll be right back. We'll clarify that when she comes back.
yeah.
I do like a firm cover.
I do too.
Yeah.
It can be soft, but it has to be
Right.
strong enough to handle.
Yes. Not get torn up.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll clarify that. But if I have to, I can use up some more of my old cardstock that I'm not using.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I can even take, if this one's flowered, I can take that on the front, whatever I'm going to put on the inside, and take a piece of ugly cardstock that I don't like, put it in the middle, and glue all three together to make it nice and thick,
Yeah.
sturdy. And now I have 2 weekend workshops to get organized. They're both so beautiful. Just need to get them together and make the sample.
I can't wait.
I know.
You didn't make the sample during the class?
No, because she did the 12 by 12.
Oh, right.
And, yep. And I don't think there's very many of us that, I know Sylvia does 12 by 12 albums for her family, but most of us don't do 12 by 12. So I didn't want to make the 12 by 12 and use up that kit.
Yep.
So I did watch her. I did sit through the workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And that it was actually one of the simplest ones she's ever done.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, as far as being able to follow it and do it and have less steps and all of that, she did it in 2 hours. And, there were a couple people going, oh, it's like, I'm still back on this and whatever. And she says, I felt like that this was one of the more easy ones that I've done. And
yeah,
somebody was saying no and whatever. And so I jumped in and said, Janine, I agree. This is one of the simplest projects you've done. And it's just as beautiful, but it is much simpler and quicker to do. And she said, oh, good. See, that was exactly what she was thinking. And it is. She works fast. I mean, I know she works fast and can't always keep up with her, but that doesn't mean it isn't a simpler project.
Right.
So Margie is back.
Okay.
And she says, restate any questions after I typed. Be right back.
All right, Margie. So the question is about the cover. The cover needs to be covered in paper or cardstock, no fabric. Is that correct? Or is fabric okay as long as it's bright, pretty flowers, whatever?
I remember making fabric cover for a thing back in the 80s.
Yep.
So don't say that we can't make one with covers.
Yeah,
because-
remember the padded cover
Yeah.
scrapbooks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No-
but this is
no
not
fabric.
the padded covered. This is not the padded cover scrapbook. So, okay, so this is paper or cardstock only. Okay, Margie. So the second question, in regards to the cover, then, is if it's paper or cardstock, can they cut chipboard to be the front and back cover and the spine, and then cover it with the paper or the cardstock to have a hard cover as opposed to a soft cover of just the paper or just the cardstock? Can they use chipboard to make the cover? I have a lot of pretty fabric I need to use too. Okay, so no fabric.
No fabric just on the cover, or can I
No
use
fabric
fabric on
Well,
the
let's
spine?
clarify that. No fabric on the cover. Does
What
it
about
really
a fabric flip?
All right, one
Does
thing
it
at a
really
time.
need a hard cover?
It needs a firm cover. I need for it to have a firm cover. But if I can't use chipboard to make it a firm cover, then I can do 2 or 3 or 4 layers of cardstock, whatever I have to do to glue together to make it firm enough for me. That's acceptable, Margie? No chipboard, but you can use cards, or you can use layers of cardstock to glue together to make it a little bit thicker. I want it to be able to handle the weight of whatever I put inside and not get torn easily.
Yeah.
She
File
says she will
folder.
allow covered chipboard.
She will allow covered chipboard. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, just not with fabric, with paper or file folder or cardstock. Okay, then
As long as it's a pretty file folder,
yes,
not a grungy file
not a
folder.
grungy, not a vintage looking, as long as the paper used is acceptable. Yes. Okay, so Margie, then on the inside of the journal, no fabric on the outside. On the inside of the journal, can they use fabric? Maybe they would make a fabric belly band that is nice and neat and clean.
As long as it's not grungy.
Or can they make a fabric flip inside?
I'm
Now,
not making fabric.
Now you guys have to remember that if you're using fabric, you can't just tear it or cut it
Right,
and let
you
the
can't
edges
have
fray.
that fringy on it.
Because if the edges fray, now it's become grungy.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So you either have to stitch it by hand or glue it, fold it over and glue it down, which you can do. You can just glue a little hem down the side. Yeah, we're
Trying to
getting
keep the
kinda
materials
complicated.
simple.
You
No
know, Margie,
fabric.
people are going to go,
Okay,
what
no
about-
fabric.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's easier than saying, well, you can use fabric for this, but not for that. No fabric.
Yeah,
No,
no
fabric.
fabric. Okay.
Forget the fabric,
Gotcha.
Jonas.
She just wants paper. Paper, paper, paper.
But you're not including lace as fabric because you already said we could do lace.
Right. She just wants pretty fabric or pretty paper with butterflies, lace,
And rainbows.
and rainbows. Yeah. All the things she told you couldn't use last time. That's what she wants all of this time. Butterflies,
That's
lace,
funny.
and flowers. Yeah, we tend to overthink it and make it a little more difficult than it really
Yeah.
needs to be. And lace is okay as long as it's not grunged.
Okay. Clean lace.
Yes. Simple can be elegant. Yes. Okay, Gretchen, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm checking the group later or tomorrow because tonight I will put the post in the group about all the details. So, but you got them down. You can get working on it right away. And I'm still excited to see the pictures of your Ireland trip journal.
Oh, yeah.
She
Yes.
made what I saw a picture of her holding it, one of Ivy's pictures, and it is huge, like a 6-inch spine at least. And it's a junk journal from her Ireland trip. And Sylvia said it's gorgeous, and I would love to see it. So,
yes.
Yeah.
anyway, thanks for hanging out, Gretchen. We'll see you soon. We'll see you in the group. But let's see. Gretchen, watch for a notification for Saturday for a clearance sale for some of those things. So if there's things specifically that you would like to see. And then Monday Jumpstart. Very well made, Sylvia said. And Sylvia doesn't lie. Oh, good night, Gretchen. Have a good one.
Night,
Bye,
Gretchen.
Gretchen.
Night.
Go have a cup of tea before you go to bed because you can't use tea on your paper. Don't let it spill on your project.
Margie, I accidentally spilled my coffee. It really was accidental.
Start over.
Can't
Just
use
go
it.
over it.
No, Margie. Start over.
Mm.
Put
Oh,
a sticker
my
over it.
goodness. Oh, good time to use your stickers up.
Well, in those books that we like from Amazon, they have those full-page stickers I never know what to do with.
Right.
There you go.
Very well.
Yep. They do.
You have tails around your mouth. Okay. You want to get them out of the freezer? Mm-hmm. They should be in the freezer up here. Not finished with my bowl of popcorn yet. Mmm. One of my favorite sayings.
You're not finished with your bowl of popcorn yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
was
what I was
wondering.
wondering.
Happiness is a journey, not a destination.
Yeah, I like that too.
Ooh, you could make a quote journal if you know, because you can't use pages.
Can't use what?
You can't use book pages. I was going to say
Oh.
you could make a quote journal. If you
Um,
wrote them all out, you could.
Good. You
but-
could write them. Yeah. Or you could print them out and, not on vintage paper. That gives me an idea.
She says, give it a little think and it all becomes clear. That's Sylvia.
Yeah, true. Margie, I will tell guilty. More Timmy people. Okay, so let's see. So this is just too pretty to use in anything I've made because I haven't done anything that's that nice and pretty. This would be perfect in this. It does have some glitter on it, accenting his wings and tail and stuff. Is that okay, Margie? Because it came with the glitter on. I cannot add any. I will not add any. But he's actually quite pretty. And I just imagine he's flying to Sylvia's with this heart to give her the heart.
Oh,
Yeah. Words. There's more words.
she says that is fine.
One.
Are we going to have like a meeting of the minds every time to see if things are okay or not?
Well, I suppose if you're really confused about it, post it to the group.
If they're confused, they'll probably comment on the
Ask
post
a
that tells about it.
question.
And when they post questions, Margie can answer them in their comment.
Okay, and does she want updates throughout the month of what we're doing?
Oh, do you want to see pictures along the way in the group, Margie? I say yes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we want to see what everybody's working on.
I love to see things in progress, not just when it's done,
Yeah, maybe post a picture of all your things together once you decide what papers you're gonna use. Or...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
My palette is going to be the colors in this.
And what do you know? It's orange based. Surprise.
Is that your favorite color?
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Right. I have a lot of non-grungy things. And this will give me an excuse to use them. Let's see. Where did I just put words? Words.
Oh, I almost just ripped it.
Oh, Margie, you're kind. We used to say, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's not very nice, even if it's
I like-
self-talk.
Yeah, I
It's
like
not
that
good
one better.
Keep it simple, sweetie.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Less is more. Oh, nope, she doesn't want to see it along the way. Surprise her, she said.
Oh,
Well, you could show pictures of certain things without showing the whole project.
okay.
Right.
I say we tease Margie along the way she teases us along the way.
Right.
Mhm.
You can tease her with little snippets of pictures.
Well, we got to get everybody involved and everybody, you know, showing what they're making. It's no fun to keep it all secret and then at the very end.
Thought it was just a bag of apples. Okay, well,
That'll be your dinner.
any of them are good in the fridge. If not, just dump them.
She accepts the teasing.
I know. See, I got lots of pretty stuff that I cut out and keep, and then I don't know what to do with it because it just doesn't go with the other stuff. So I just need to start gathering this stuff. Let me get a little tray for things to possibly use
Right. Me too.
for Margie's challenge. There we go.
Now I have some empty containers.
Look at this. Pretty little metallic paper heart with the hearts cut out. Die cut. Yeah, that'd be pretty. I can tease you with the parts and pieces, Margie. You won't see anything I'm doing with it. So I'm guessing no metals, no metallic. I mean, like no metals.
Oh, well, no medals. What about charms?
No metals like this because that looks vintage. Charms, can I do like a bright gold or a bright silver?
I've got
Charm,
butterfly charms.
Margie?
I've got bird charms.
As long
Margie,
as not,
I have cat charms.
as long as no part of it looks grungy.
I have colored eyelets. I have all
Yes.
sorts of colored medals and charms.
I have bright colored eyelets and things like that. So they're yeah, definitely not grungy.
Okay, so charms are okay. Good.
But if you put a nice charm on a bronze jump ring,
Yeah. No.
bronze jump ring doesn't work.
Silver and gold.
Right.
Silver and gold. Just choose silver or gold for control. I don't know where that came from.
Mushrooms are not vintage. I've got
Yeah,
some
but
cute-
they're brown.
not
Not
these.
all of them. Some
Not these.
mushrooms are very bright.
Not
I
the
know.
ones I cut out of magazines.
Not the ones I make either.
Not the. Does I mean draw them out of magazines and cut out? These are not.
Right.
These are bright,
Ooh.
pretty spring.
Did you make those?
No, these came from
Oh, I
All
was
in
gonna say,
Create.
those are
But these-
gorgeous.
Wouldn't these be very pretty with spring flowers?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, I think so.
And peace signs and wavy.
Yeah, but then
things.
there's these, which is going beyond.
Hippie. I think that these are
Because I actually was thinking flower power too.
Well, there's probably some of that you could use.
Nope, I am just going to make a
And have a mushroom tray.
basic flower, easily
Oh, and snails. Look, there's snails in with the mushrooms.
Oh, how cute.
cute.
Oh my goodness. I want one of those packs. Those are awesome.
Yeah. Let me see if I have another one. I probably do, because I probably had to buy them in 3. I probably bought them for somebody who wanted one, and then I thought, I'll keep one, so I probably have one more. They are pretty awesome. Even this page, I like this page. Let's make a cute pocket. Just cut it off right there. A little mushroom pocket. No grunge.
Right, Sylvia.
Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. Margie, did I tell you these are all coming to me when you're done? Oh, that's funny. Now, don't be surprised, Margie, when you get...
Yeah, I was just going to say.
You get them all in your drawer, and you're like, wait, what do I do with these? You're going to get them all. Because they're not grungy. Okay, so mushrooms. So I wouldn't use this mushroom here.
No.
Because it's brown and it looks a little vintage, even though I think it's more just like Christmas time. But I would use this that's red. And I would definitely use these more so.
But it's got a grungy, dirty bottom.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. I would have to cover that up.
No dirty bottoms here.
I will definitely use these that are bright colors because they will be fun and pretty. Now I just got to find the right color combo in the paper I'm going to use.
It's free from Glennis.
Okay, this. Oh, even that side is cute. It's like they're all piled up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
But this side, I'm just going to cut that off right there. I can do it straight with the paper trimmer. Keep it with the mushrooms. And I'm good to go. So if I haven't told y'all, I set myself a declutter goal. I'm telling everybody so that I have to hold to it. I set myself a goal to declutter 2,025 things from my house this year.
Oh my goodness.
Shouldn't be hard. I'm filling up boxes to go to donation and stuff like that. And like I put a set of cups in the donation box from the kitchen. I count that as one thing because it's a set of cups.
I was going to say, you can't count individual eyelets.
No.
Not...
Oh, no. I'm not giving away eyelets either.
That would be funny.
Just an example.
One eyelid,
Just
2
an
eyelets,
example.
3 eyelets, 4.
If it's a set, I count it as one. If it's, even small things, but multiple things, then it's multiple things. So whether it goes in the trash, whether it goes to donation, whether I give it to somebody else, whether I send it as a rack, sell it on Marketplace, whatever it is, as long as it goes out the door.
Cool.
We have a new family moving in. They just moved in across the street, and they're from Hawaii. And it is so expensive to ship household goods from Hawaii and Alaska.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They only filled one pod to ship it, and that was mostly his tools that he needed for work. So they got here and they have 5 kids and they really had nothing to send the household. And I went, oh, this is perfect. I can go through my kitchen and give him half the stuff in my kitchen.
Yeah.
I know I still have more stuff that I can give him, but took him an Instant Pot and Tupperware and
it's a good start.
And,
Awesome.
all kinds of stuff. But I made a few calls and got him a whole house full of furniture from people.
Oh, great.
The people around here are just awesome. So
Sylvia says,
really nice.
Sylvia says, my problem with decluttering is I'm finding more things to keep.
Right.
Items that have been hidden. Yeah.
That you forgot you had.
Right.
Yeah, I tend to have that too. Margie, I'm going to assume deckled edges are not part of the plan because they are not clean straight edges. They are
and no like zigzag stitch,
kind of intended to look torn.
Yeah. Can we use sewing?
Can we sew in the journal, Margie?
No, because that was a new thing.
Or well, this is a new thing. We're all doing new
No, we're going back to the 80s.
Oh, back to we're doing anything that's clean, new stuff, not old vintage grungy.
No special edges, no sewing.
No special edges, no sewing. Okay.
Well, okay.
You're gonna get this girl here.
Yeah.
I was gonna sew except for sewing your signatures in, right?
Yes, you can sew your signatures in, Margie, right? But no, yeah.
Simple, simple, simple.
Simple Simon met a pieman going.
Simple is hard for me.
Yeah, it's just going to make us really stop and think.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like the using no butterflies, lace, and flowers did. I really had to stop and think.
No, that was okay for me.
Yeah. It wasn't hard not to do it, but people had to stop and think.
Yeah.
And not sometimes like you don't even intend to, but you don't realize there's a butterfly in that paper.
Yeah.
All right. There's a nice little cactus. All those flowers could be used there. I'm throwing that away. And did you know that if you finish a project that's been sitting around needing to be finished, that's decluttering. It's
good.
I mean, it's sitting around cluttering up because it's not finished. So finish a project, that is part of decluttering.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, makes perfect sense.
I agree.
My oldest unfinished project is that sewing book.
Oh, I was just thinking of that too.
That was years ago we did that.
Well, yeah, it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We'll have to we'll just have to work on that one day. I still have been collecting things to put in it and
I am too. No, I'm still finding stuff. Old sewing notions or anything or yeah.
I'm just gonna eyeball it.
Signatures can be sewn in. Just wait till the next one, Margie says.
Oh my goodness.
Finish a project and send it out to clutter up someone else's house. Whatever I make here, I'm sending to Margie. So be ready.
Is she gonna keep us in challenges this year?
I don't know. She has these brainstorms and gets some great challenges. I'm happy to use them because they're always good.
Yeah,
ones.
sounds like fun.
They're always good ones.
I'm used to doing a challenge a month, and I kind of miss it.
That's true. And a lot of groups do a challenge a month, or there's a small challenge every day, one a day kind of thing, and I kind of like doing that. It challenges you even to get in there and find a little crafty time, a little creative time, which is good for your psyche in so many ways. So yeah, I'm okay with that. What are these guys? I don't know what they are. These are.
So I'm guessing that these Timmy flowers are out.
Let's see. Those are Timmy flowers?
These are, they came in the pack with the butterflies and all these flowers.
Do they look antique or vintage? Not bright and pretty. I'm having a hard time.
I don't know.
I would think they would be allowed. They look very, very pretty.
What do you think, Margie?
They're not inked or anything.
If they look vintage, aged, then no.
They do
But-
look a little vintage, but
They look. I mean, did they
that's
look
all right.
right?
I've got so many
right
other
like
things to
this?
use.
Oh,
Timmy
and
is
that
a
next-
bad word.
Right. On that next page were some really pretty ones. Flip your next page.
Okay, anything from Timmy is
Oh, yes.
A no-go.
Anything from Timmy is no, because this whole thing was to time travel before Timmy came on the scene.
right.
Yes. Oh, those would be pretty.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
like
usable.
those. I think so.
Yeah, those would
Right.
work. There, look
That's
how pretty
more
those
fall.
are.
Yeah,
Those-
these are fall though. To me,
Okay. Yeah.
these say fall.
You can do a
Um,
fall
they're
book.
pinky.
They're still pretty. You could, as long, you still get some good bright colors in fall.
Yeah,
That's
they're
true.
still pinky.
Pinky.
Oh,
So
Margie
no
says if they aren't grungy, okay.
Let's see.
Oh, sorry, puppy.
These are my Dollar Tree butterflies.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I've got those. I like those a lot.
Yes, and the
Got-
pink ones too.
Yes, the variety of colors.
Oh, I might have to throw some of these pink ones in.
Yeah, I would agree.
And I got
Yeah, those are
frames.
perfect. Thank you, honey. 10 minutes is perfect. We'll be about done. I need to get these little people back in their cage. Know what they're doing out here anyway. All right.
And now I have to find an envelope or something to put all my grungy scraps in.
To save them for when you're done with this. Yeah,
Yes.
they are pretty butterflies, aren't they? Yeah, I was going to sort butterfly sizes in here, but I know some of those bigger ones from those packs won't fit in here.
Yeah, some of them are really big.
Mm-hmm. They are an entire page focal point.
Yes, and you might have to cut them in half and put them, half on one page
That's a
and
good
half on the other.
idea. That's a great idea.
I just got an idea from that.
Oh,
That's a great
good.
idea. A flying butterfly. Okay, so these.
That's not going to work.
Purpose this I got from you that I had something in that I used.
Oh, yeah, I love those.
I do too.
Where's
Awesome.
my for Margie? But there we go. Put that in there. Her. I can use the little things like this that I never use. I cut them out because they're so cute. Put them
Oh,
in.
yes. Then you don't know where to put them because
Yeah, they just kind of don't fit. So this will be perfect because they'll fit with the whole book. Let's see. Tags. Ephemera. Bless you. Okay, so
Sylvia, are you okay? You keep saying rack, rack, rack.
yeah, she's saying if you want to get rid of the stuff, rack it.
Yeah.
Rack it.
Send it to somebody else.
Yep. I'm going to be sending out some racks.
In all your stuff, you're dispersing. You have magazines?
I
You
don't.
need magazines?
I
I'm
don't
always
have-
looking for magazines. Always.
Okay,
Yeah, but
so you can.
think of how expensive they're going to be to send to you.
They are.
Do you have any doctors that have magazines left in their?
No, not because of COVID. Because of COVID, there's none
I
anymore.
don't get them anymore.
Yep.
Wow. Does your
Too many
library get rid of magazines?
Left on the
Oh yeah, library.
I can't use any of these stickers that I just organized. They're all these- Look
That's
at this.
okay.
There's.
Yeah,
I
wait
should
and see what
probably
happens.
rack some of these. There's way too many of this type size. They're kind of just done by size. I could probably put together entire kits for doing journals.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Well, you have in
Especially
the
for-
past. You
With all these stickers, and I
you
just
told
opened up all the packs of stickers that I had. So instead of leaving them together, but I would open them up if I was doing kits anyway, and so everybody would get a variety. But I might do that. Oh, and I've got the stuff for the Japanese journal kits that sitting here, and I've added a bunch more stuff to that. I need to get those organized too, because those are cool. Oh, here's some more. Oh, those are so nothing with burnt edges, huh, Margie? No,
You know the answer to that
Not
one.
unless it's pork.
right.
Burnt edges from pork are yummy.
No burnt edge words or poems or sentiments.
I cut this out of a calendar I would use
Oh,
up.
that's gorgeous. That is pretty. I have a side of my dining room table with items to go to my favorite Canadian, Sarah, DM, Carrie, Laura, and Jen. Wow.
Cool.
Sylvia really has been going through all her stuff, so she's got stuff piled up there to send to all of you, all of y'all.
Thank you,
Oh,
Sylvia.
Yes,
She's so generous. She's always so generous. Words. One. That one goes with that one. And let's see. I'm going to probably.
I found these at the Dollar Tree the other day.
Oh wow! I haven't been to the Dollar Tree in forever.
Wrong way.
What are they?
They're napkins.
Oh, pretty! Wow,
Very pretty, yeah.
that is pretty. As long as you don't make it grungy, that would be a pretty one in this journal.
Yes. No grunge. No grunge.
This is only 1 month out of your life. I have full confidence in all of you can do it. And you know, there's no reason you can't work on another project at the same time,
That's true.
so that you can go back and forth from grunge, no grunge. But yes, it's only 1 month out of your life. A very good point, Margie. I think we can all handle it. Besides, if we don't have a challenge to use some of that paper that's not grungy, you'll never use it. It's just sitting there taking up space. So let's get it used. Might have to make a giant journal just so I can use up more of that paper. You can now toss it aside and use it after this is over. Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. If you're in doubt of whether you can use it or not, just don't. Put it aside, use it for something afterwards.
Make 3 journals at once instead of just one.
Yeah. 3 different kinds. If it doesn't go in this one, it can go in that one. And
The only way I can do 3 journals at once is if they're almost all the same. So
Yeah.
you're really just
Making the same journal,
it.
but just
yeah. Let's see.
I need to declutter some of my paper. I've got way too much scrapbook paper that I'm not going to use.
Yeah. Well, you'll use some of it for this.
I will.
All right.
sorry, Uncle Colin pulled in.
Oh, that's okay. I'm going to need to go ahead and wrap up. As we're approaching 8 o'clock, which is 10 o'clock for some of you.
Oh, goodness.
Yep.
Oh, I'm pretty well finished decorating this first one.
Nice.
I just
Can't wait to see close-up pictures of that in the group. That was cool, and it was fast, actually.
Well, I've been thinking about it all day, so I knew what I wanted.
So you knew what you were going to do. Just get busy and do it.
And the other one's going to be either butterflies or flowers. Probably all flowers, I think. Looking at this one. I just have to put a few little things on the back here, and I'm done.
Wow.
It's only 5 pages.
Okay. Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, because if you get, it's hard then to get the smallest one. Or even the biggest one, you get to the edges of the paper. So it's you can't do it too big or too small.
You use 6x6 paper, right?
Yeah, this is all. Yeah, these are all 6
okay. So yeah, you can't go too deep because you have no more room to go.
Yeah. So 5 pages is just that's
that
it.
Makes sense. Okay, I am going to. Hey, Jersey Gypsy, good to see you.
Jersey Gypsy.
Good to see you again. If you just came in, you missed out on hearing about the February challenge. I'm going to go work on a post to get all the details in the group. So watch for that. And I'll put in there if anybody has any questions, they can leave a comment and Margie can clarify in the comments. We'll let her do that. Yes, enjoy the evening. Rest well. Spend some time with your grand. If she's still there, she's probably already gone, huh, Sylvia? But time to go feed the hubby and whoever else is there. Hubby's cooking dinner, and I hear that he's done out there, and dinner is ready to go. So he'll be waiting for me to come out so we can eat. So thank you, everyone, for being on live with me. It's fun to watch what you're making all the time. I really enjoy that. Can't wait to see the projects for the February pre-Timmy No Grunge journal. Yeah, that's going to be, I think it's going to be fun. I am looking forward to it. So thanks, Margie, for throwing that out our way. Really looking forward to this. And thanks, everybody, for willing to jump on that and actually participate and make a great journal. Every time we do something like this, we have to stretch outside of our comfort zone. And we end up learning something new or finding something we like or just doing something we've never done before. It feels good. Feels good. Fun projects. Yes. Love y'all. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you in the group, and then we'll see you Saturday. Let me check and make sure that will work. And if so, then I'll post a link. Okay.
Perfect.
Bye.